Hola, Mina-san! Welcome back for another round of trailer reactions. We finally got the actual Sagat gameplay trailer, unlike last time. I hope. I'm really hoping so. It looks like it. We'll get to see exactly how Sagat plays out. And they also released Sagat's theme. I figured I'd throw that in as a little extra and get to hear what his theme song sounds like for the most part. Probably not play the whole thing, but definitely want to take a good listen. It's been quite some time since last time we saw Sagat. No, right, that was Street Fighter 5. Yeah, Street Fighter 5 was the last time. Honestly, my own personal opinion, I'm not a big fan of Street Fighter 2 fighters being put behind a paywall, a DLC paywall. I'm of the opinion that all 16 fighters from Street Fighter 2 should be default right off the bat. You know, if you're gonna bring them in, bring all 16 fighters in on the base game. You know, on the base game, not just you know, select group of Street Fighter 2 characters and then the rest get put behind a paywall. I think they should all be available on launch day, and then you can selectively, you know what I'm saying, then selectively choose other characters that you want to bring in. But I think that the original the Street Fighter 2 fighters should all be available. Should all be available right out the gate. You know, and allow people to enjoy Street Fighter 2 and then just expand from there, along with some new fighters, of course. You know, that fits the current game. You know, like they could have put all 16 fighters from Super Street Fighter 2, and then we could have had Jamie, Kimberly, Lily, all of them added to it, and then the DLC just starts coming along from, you know, other games. But you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I think Tekken 8 did that. Tekken 8 had all the default fighters from Tekken 1 available right out the gate, and then everything else was just DLC and so on. That's the way it should work, quite honestly. So yeah, that's my opinion. That's my opinion on that one. So let's not waste any time. This is a call to action. Comment, like, subscribe, follow, hit the notification button, and let us begin the reaction. That is so weird. Before I begin, I just find it very weird that use of alcohol and tobacco is considered a teenage thing when it's illegal. This should be under M. Rated T for alcohol and tobacco. Cap.
A man who reached the pinnacle of Muay Thai and then became one of the Grand Masters of an international terrorist organization. The Emperor Sagat.
Ooh, Emperor. Proud Spire, that's the location. Ooh, there's the tiger. Whoa, he's tall. That overhead elbow. Are those actual grapples? Oh! Oh, that's actually sweet. Okay, that looked pretty good.
I shall fight you until your final breath.
Ooh, that twist. Oh, Street Fighter 1. So gotta be like, you fired me, huh? I fire you. That was brutal. There's a lot of weight to his punches. Oh, he brutal. He brutal.
I cannot lose. Not to anyone.
Wow. All right, this was also posted up. This Sagat's theme, Silent Aesthetic. We're gonna take a quick listen to this. Not too long. Just enough to get an idea of how good the song is. The following song is rated T for tobacco and alcohol. Sagat. That stretch. This knee goes way up. This is not bad. This is actually pretty. It's actually pretty good. It really has that Street Fighter 2 feel to it. Yeah, it feels like Street Fighter 2. So yeah, in Street Fighter 2, there was if you can hear the bass line. It feels like his theme in Street Fighter 2. Dun 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 dun. They actually got that in there. It sounds really cool. But I would like to hear the let me see. Yeah, it's really got a nice Street Fighter 2 play. No, there was something I was thinking of from what I heard. I think it's in there. Okay, there we go. It's like now it reminds me of like kung fu films, martial arts films, when our heroes like traveling into the city, just walking around the city, hops on the boat. You see the credits popping up, the opening credits. You get the montage of all the locales. Yeah. I think that's it. It's looping back. Oh, I thought it looped. Oh! Like watching the training montage, you're seeing everyone doing Muay Thai training. All that intensity at this part. That was actually pretty good. The little height there. Saying like really peaked on there. I could definitely visualize aspiring Muay Thai fighters training. They're like doing their stretches and no, they're doing their kicks against like tree trunks or such. I'm not sure how the training actually goes, but they're like swinging their kicks out as they're training. And doing like other calisthenics and such, doing their elbow movements. That really gave me that good feel to it. Like Sagat's just walking by, walking along, watching his students doing all that. Like Kyle Reese in Karate Kid, he's like walking around as the students going, and he's just watching them very carefully. Really goes down a bit here. It's gonna heighten up, isn't it? That's actually really good. Sagat's got a good theme. Yeah, now you see Sagat. Now we finally get to Sagat standing on top of the mountain like Ryu does, and he's just practicing his tiger uppercuts and throwing his kicks. The whole Himalayas in the background and everything. and the tiger starts roaring in the background. That's just all lying there. Oh my god. I'm silly. This sounds like the Pressure song. Not to get knocked out. This is so good. Oh, that's fantastic. Sagat got a good theme. Sagat got a good theme out of that. Yeah, Sagat's coming in good. He's coming in hot. I like that. I like it. Yeah. I like what he's bringing in. He's got a great tool set. Of course, you know, the whole zone spamming thing notwithstanding, but he's got some good attacks toolkit to work with. It's very brutal, I gotta say. There's a lot of weight to his punches. It feels like that he's going to really brutalize you. His kicks and his elbows. I like that his elbow here launches you up in air. I'm wondering if there's gonna be a follow up to that. Let's see here. Here's the elbow. It's a two-piecer. I'm wondering if there'll be like a follow up. Like you could do a follow up on that. That would be actually pretty good if you can be able to do such a thing. There's been a lot of follow up aerial combos lately with some of the new fighters. With some of the fighters that's been coming out, like Mai, for example, being able to do so. The classic low kick, and then you get to trick your opponent. Now that is a very impressive reach. That's a very impressive reach going on here. That's the tip of his toes stretching out. Let's see here. That's about what, 2 body lengths? Yeah, it's about 2 body lengths. Let's see here. If there was, if we were in the training stage, that's about, you would see the line straight down the middle where his calf is at. That would be one whole line. The other line would be where his other body is at, and his foot would be at the third line. So that's a 3-line length, which that's pretty. That's one heck of a reach. That's a very very big reach there. And then he gets to walk up and do it again. So you could close the gap so easily. That's actually very scary. You can close the gap up with that standard sweep. His classic sweep is there for from Street Fighter 2. Overhead elbow. I think that was for he had that. He's always had that since Street Fighter 4. That definitely creates a big time stun there. How you say? That's a lot of frames. That's a lot of frames. He's got a downward anti-air, looks like. It's all elbowy. Also, my gosh, man, he doesn't have crazy muscles. He's lost a lot of weight. He's all skin and bone. And then here's the kick. I'm wondering if this is a command grab. This does not look like a normal grab here. Let's see here. Yeah, there's too much impact to be a command grab, because it had. Yeah, that is not a normal throw. I think that's a command throw. If he's got command throws, that's actually pretty crazy. And I like that there's a lot of brutalness to his throw. It's not fancy throw. It's very raw. It's like I kick you and now I grab you by the head and I'll just throw you, just like that. I feel like that's a command throw. That's way too much for a normal. I'll be shocked if that's a normal. Standard low kick from Street Fighter 2. And then here's another. Yeah, it really looks like it's a command throw, because usually Usually normal throws just get right to the point and just throw you. Here, when it comes to command throws, there's a little bit more flair in the animation, and this is a lot of flair to it. Woo! Look at that face on Sagat. He is really pissed at Ryu. He is very, very pissed off at Ryu. It really shows. That's pretty crazy. I like that. I like that. Let's see. I'm trying to see here if there's anything else. No. Yeah, it definitely comes off. First of all, I like the scene. Just a quick aside. This is a beautiful background. Got the giant statue, just like in classic Street Fighter 2, but not up close. A little bit more further. Like that's a eighth wonder of the world type size going on over there. And I like that there's people this time rather than just Sagat being alone in his stages. So let's see here. So yeah, that's a brutal toss. You know, like he puts a lot of force in those tosses. So it really does look like, okay, so that might be normal then, because that's a back throw. That's a back throw. Unless, of course, that's the way his command. If it is a command throw, that's the way it'll operate. Man, look how tall he is. He takes up the whole screen. It's practically near Abigail levels. I mean, I know he's a tall fighter. He's over 7 feet tall, but I like that they show that the height. Really, it's very intimidating. Very, very multi-centric. Here comes the Tigers now. This one is mind-blowing. This freaking Tiger shot. It's what a shield. And then it throws the fireball right back. Well, it doesn't throw it back. It shields up and continues on. That's his one of his supers. That's pretty amazing. Woof, right in the face. Classic. And, yep. Get right through the fireball. His Tiger Knee. And I like that it actually hits on the land. I just noticed that. There's a decline. Let's see here. Let's look at that again. Okay. So, yeah, it's a decline. It arcs. It's got an arcing motion. Let's see. Yeah, so he goes up, and then he descends, slightly descends. So there's an arcing motion. That's actually pretty good. That's actually really good for Tiger Knee. That's very improved. Having that arcing motion, you could get right over the over a projectile, and then you could tag the head. You'll decline down and tag the head. That's actually really good. That's really good. Is anti-upper? Yep. Now that's actually scary. You could actually follow that up with a tiger. That is a normal. That's a normal medium. Yeah, that could be a normal medium anti-air, but you and just enough. It gives you multi-hit, so you can land first, and then you can hit before he lands with a tiger uppercut. Follow through with that. That's insane. That's insane. Let's see, high kick, and then tiger uppercut. Let me see that high kick again. All right, so that's an that's clearly anti-air, and then swoop in with a very charged up. Oh, that means that his tiger uppercut charges, or is that the range of his normal? That looks way too much for normal. That could be his EX. If that's his EX, that means that you could really cover a lot of ground. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks more like an EX. So, man, I like the way it's postured and everything. So, it is possible, from what it looks like, that so that's normal. All right, you get the anti-air. It's a charge up. It's a charge. Either that's normal that charges up. You hold down the button, you get the charge, and then you cover more space because Ryu's going further away. So if that was a normal tiger uppercut, it would go straight up. It would go straight up, and you would totally miss Ryu. But if it's a charge, it's definitely not EX because he's not glowing completely. That's a charged tiger uppercut. He's got a charge on his tiger uppercut, and it'll make him swing a lot of space. That's 2 body movements right there, and he strikes with high impact. Whew, what an impact! That's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, okay, so it is an EX move. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's an EX move. Either that's an EX move or that's an amazingly charged move. Because nowadays with Street Fighter 6, charge moves create this type of thing. Like, for example, Marissa. Marissa has an additional animation when she does her what was the name of that punch? You know, when she does that punch, and then you see an animation where she does a second punch, go through, you know, a slight animation. That's what that looks like here. Yeah, that's definitely that's probably like an additional thing. I like that it follows up with a knee. Whew, like I said, it's so punchy, so much weight to these to his kicks and everything. It's amazing. That's a knockback. This is an amazing overhead here. Let's see here. Yeah, that is so awesome. This must be a new move he's got. Let's see here. Wow, that stretch. What a stretch in that face. His face looks so Street Fighter 2. His whole head and everything really looks like Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2. That's pretty cool. Let's see. So you could block. Interesting that you can actually block on the crouch for this attack. But then, just like Ken, he's got a follow-up overhead. Similar to how Ken would lift his knee up and then gives you a straight downward kick. You're getting that with Sagat. So it looks like this is his new move set with knees, and he gets optional follow-ups. With a high knee kick. So in this case here, he gets to do a high kick after that. Like that. That reminds me of Makoto. Please bring Makoto back in Season 4. Let's see. What reach. His punch freaking reaches. So Ryu couldn't even reach him with his donkey kick, and Sagat was able to follow that up with what appears to be a very impactful normal punch. That must be a crush counter. That must be his crush counter. That looked like a crush counter. And then that kick again. What reach? It just closed that gap up hard. High knee, and that's mid. So he's got a low, a mid, and a high. Let's see here. So this is low, so he does the high knee, and he gets overhead. That's an overhead. Okay. He gets a punch off. There's the knee again, and this one goes high. That's a high follow-up, and then finally this high knee gives you the mid strike. So there's no safeness. So he can mix up. He's got a mix-up game. This is a mix-up game here. You wouldn't know he's coming up with. And then he could follow that up with another high kick. So that medium has enough, they put enough frames in that medium that you could do another high kick and launch your opponent. That's a launcher. Oh my gosh, that's a launcher. And then you could just normal kick him in. That's a normal kick. And then follow it up with critical arts. Classic Street Fighter Alpha. Gosh, that stretch. Came out in his Street Fighter 1 outfit. No, Street Fighter 2 outfit, sorry. If it was Street Fighter 1, he wouldn't have he wouldn't have the chest, the scar. Sorry, that's his Street Fighter outfit. So that's his Drive Rush. And then there's his EX. And follow that up with a Tiger Uppercut. I really like that his Tiger Uppercut is still the same way as in Street Fighter 2. You see he spins backwards like that after doing a tiger uppercut. The little details there. There's his EX tiger shot, lot high and low, and that's insane. There's no oh my gosh, he's his frames, his plus frames. Oh my gosh, is he on plus or is he on negative? The second, yeah. No, his recovery, his oh my gosh. You could, wow. Wow. His reset, his recovery frames is very low. So he's in recovery right now after having thrown that. And he immediately goes into an EX. You could cancel out of a recovery. You could cancel out of a recovery with an EX. Oh my gosh, that's insane. And then you get multiple hits. Overhead punch. Oh, he's got an overhead low. Let me see here. Overhead low? Yeah, that's an overhead low. And an overhead standing. EX, Tiger Knee, which has a pushback. He covers the space. Jump. Wow. And then goes right into a critical art. Brutal. The critical art is brutal. What a cross up. Another drive rush. And is his critical 3. Oh, whoa, what an attack here. It's, wow. All right. And then here's his critical art 3. Another critical art 3. This is the big one. No, that wasn't a critical art 3. Yo. Wow. And then you could juggle. Let's see here. You drive rush, keep him launched in the air. So you launch him in the air. You keep him juggled, and then you follow it up with 1, 2, and then another critical. Wow. Man, that's crazy. Look at his EX. You could just keep it going. Then drive rush. So you could, wow. Wow, you could actually follow every single gauge. You could really wipe the gauge out with this long combo. And then you could cancel into the critical art 3. Here's critical art 3. Oh my gosh, you could cancel right into a critical art 3. Let me tell you something, that's very brutal. That's very brutal. I like that. I like his victory. Yo, that is straight up JP. JP ready to step on you? Well, Sagat has your answer, JP. He's gonna elbow your face. Nope, he won't elbow your face. that and it just stands over you. That's such an Akuma move. Oh man, Sagat really is excellent. That is a very excellent made Sagat there. I like that. I like that. I wonder how he's gonna. I wonder how people are gonna respond to that. He's got a good mix-up game going there. He has a mix-up game. He has very strong. His punches and attacks are very weighty. They got a lot of weight to it. I wonder how much damage he'll deliver too. What his damage output is. Damn, and I can't believe how tall he is. Just look how tall he is. He's freaking tall. Look at this. Look at his height. He like Abigail. He practically covers the whole screen, the whole top of the screen. I really appreciate that they didn't crouch him. Normally they would, make him crouch a bit when he does his fighting stance, but here you really could see his height. That's insane. You know how small Lily's gonna look next to him? She's probably no bigger than his knee. Lily probably goes up to his knee, especially since she crouches a lot. That's gonna be funny to see. That's gonna be funny to see. I gotta say. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. The Sagat, and I like his design. Sagat's design is actually pretty good. You know, he definitely looks like a Muay fighter. If you've seen how Muay fighters look at Muay matches, yeah, he really, really gets it there. You know, he gets there. That's crazy. I gotta say. He's very well designed. He's got a nice mix-up game. Good juggling. It looks like plenty enough incentive to not go after the Tiger. Go to Tiger Shot. I'm very curious how much damage Tiger Shot does, though, because people are still gonna spam Tiger Shot no matter what. But there's got to be a major drawback behind it. There's got to be a major drawback to doing it over and over again. Like, there can't be any benefit to just Tiger Shot. Because here's the thing. If he can actually cancel out of his recovery from a Tiger Shot. That's the thing. He can EX out. He can cancel into an EX after a Tiger Shot during recovery. That's a rare thing. That's very rare. And that's it leaves a lot of questions regarding his toolkit. Oh my gosh, he's pretty dangerous. Hands down, he's pretty dangerous. Well, yeah. So that was it. Yeah. Head on over to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find links to the book down in the description down in the description below, along with other merch such as pins, stickers, t-shirts, music. Enjoy the products. Thank you for your patronage. And if you have a copy of The Impossible Man and did a YouTube video on it, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on it. And if you're interested, you can join me on my live monthly stream on Twitch and Kick every Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I do trailer reactions, lore research, Japanese language studies, gaming, and more. Look forward to hanging out with you. So until the next round of trailer reactions, thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night. Hey, buenas noches, and oyasumi nasai.